All right, here's for the people who don't want to watch the whole video. Enduro 3 on the left, base model Fēnix 3 on the right. Enduro 3 came out in, I believe, August or so of 2024, about a year ago. Fēnix 3 came out, I think, early 2015, so 10 years ago. When it comes to navigating on a trail or, hiking or walking or whatever, you're out in the wilderness, you're quote unquote going along, with the Enduro 3 or, you just whatever with the Fēnix 3. One of the main features is TracBack. You want to be able to make it back to your starting point safely, whether that is your base camp, whether that's your car, whether that's just, wherever you have to make it back to. It's critical. Enduro 3 doesn't show data screens. It is kind of laggy. Basically, as a GPS navigation tool, it is not as good as the Fēnix 3. The Fēnix 3 has dedicated TracBack data screen and a little breadcrumb style, line that shows you exactly where you came from and how to get back, which is crucial. So if you want to skip the video, just know that you can find a used Fēnix 3 for $80 all over the country, or you can spend $800, or in my case, over $900 on an Enduro 3. So if GPS is one of your main concerns, you don't need to spend $800. All you got to do is spend $80. And what you see here are 1, 2, 3 base model Fēnix 3s. There is one there. Just getting ready to, look at that. Getting ready to start a hike. You can see how scratched up that glass is. Ready to start a hike, just basic hike. These are like factory reset. And this one's so clean, I love it. Look at that. Look at the glass. Anyway, the factory reset, there's nothing special about them. I didn't tweak anything as far as the data fields or anything. I'm just going to start a hike and take these out on the trail a little bit along with this super extra double triple special Enduro 3. And there's a little sarcasm in my voice because at least when it comes to this feature, Enduro 3 does not stack up. And here we go. GPS ready on this one. See how long it takes on this one. Wow, both at the same time. I'm assuming GPS is ready on the Enduro 3. All right, time to go. All right, you can see the distance is kind of evened out a little bit. 28 there, 29 there, and 30 there. And the Enduro 3 has 29. So I'm going to basically stop all of these and do TracBack. Do one at a time. So stop, it'll give me options. Resume. TracBack. Okay, now I'm going to do it on my Enduro 3. So it doesn't say TracBack, it says back to start. Now it gives me the TracBack option. Now watch what it does. It takes forever. And look, what is that nonsense? Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to show you, on the TracBack feature, if you arrow down, it takes you to that. An actual dedicated data screen for TracBack. Now I'm going to keep this screen on here. Now, on the Enduro, there is no such screen that I can tell. I'm going through all my data screens. I mean, it's got this little map. All right, this is the important part. Now, instead, there we go. What does I say? On course, on course. Tells me I'm on course. Isn't that great? This isn't showing anything on course. So set on course on the TracBackin data screen. This hasn't set on course yet. But I'm going to go up here, and at the intersection I'm going to take a right. Imagine if instead of, 1, 2, 3, 4 paths, there were any number of paths. Imagine if this were a mountain or somewhere on the CDT where you may not know where the trail goes, You got to get back to your tent. So now I went that way, came from that way. Instead of going back that way, I'm going this way. And we'll see what happens. This is giving, the Enduro is giving 0 notifications at all. Okay, I'm way off course. All right, once I get up here, I'm going to pause. The Fēnix 3s on the TracBackin screen, you can see it says off course by a distance. The little map thing shows that, hey man, I'm not on the right line of how I got there. So now this thing is saying I'm off course. The Enduro 3 is saying it. Okay, that's good. That's good news. So it says off course, it did a little beep and a little vibration. Now let's see the Fēnix 3. Although in fairness, the Fēnix 3's dedicated 2 screens that are dedicated to it. I can see I'm off course with the actual distance off course. It's the same there, 0.04 of a mile. Shows the distance remaining, 0.37. And I guess that 244 feet. I don't know what that means on the Enduro 3. But the blue arrow there shows the way to get back. So if I turn, yep, that shows the way to get back onto course. But let's go out here and see if these Fēnix 3s give me an off-course indicator. Which was my main beef about the Enduro 3, was that you had to go really far off course just to get an indicator. All right. So what has happened here? The Enduro 3 let me know that I was off course. There's nothing about this map or anything that shows any way how to get back. Maybe this little direction arrow on the left, the little pink arrow, maybe that is supposed to show me to get back to on course. The Fēnix 3s, they did not give me any sort of indicator. They didn't buzz, they didn't beep, they didn't vibrate, they didn't do anything. However, when I look at the actual screen, it gives me everything I need to know. You see, I got 3 different ones. It shows how far off course I am, the distance remaining to get to my starting point, and the little arrow shows how to get back there. This arrow on the Enduro 3 is telling me to go this way. Let's see if that changes. That changes, so at least that's good. Well, this also shows the way too. What's neat about the little breadcrumb little thing on the little data screen there is that arrow shows the exact same way how to get back. So the Fēnix 3 shows that I'm off course. It didn't buzz, it didn't beep, it didn't do any of that stuff, but it has a data screen. The Enduro 3 did buzz, did beep, and said off course. But that was it. Now I'm going to get back on course and see how it goes from there. All right, coming back to the intersection. So now this middle one is saying I'm on course. Can't really see it, but it's saying I'm on course. Now there's that one's saying I'm on course. And this one should too, as it says 0 distance off course. Let's see if this one says it. Well, let's see if the Enduro 3 says it. Now, going back to the car. Enduro 3 on course. Fēnix 3 on course. Okay. All right. So I'm back on course. All three Fēnix 3s are doing pretty much the same. The Enduro 3, I can't make heads or tails of this. It has arrows showing how to get back, although I don't know if the arrows are for this path or if it's, I think the arrows are just saying follow this path. All right, so another feature I wanted to show about the Fēnix 3's screen here is that you can pan and zoom, and in this case I'm going to zoom all the way in, and you can see it says there, you can see actual, like how close I am to the actual line. So if I pan out, there's that. I'm on course in this TracBackin. Well, that's good. It keeps giving me good notifications that I'm on course, so that's good. On course, good. That's good. It's good that it lets you know you're on course. Like, it's what it's supposed to do. You know, and this Enduro 3, I think that's just showing the path. It's an actual map, like showing the actual path based on the preloaded map. Where the Fēnix 3 goes off of like breadcrumbs or whatever. So we're going to see what kind of a notification I get from all the devices when I actually get close to my car. All right, distance. The other part that's cool is it shows the distance remaining. Now, I haven't moved. I haven't gone to any data screens on the Fēnix 3s. I've just stayed on this one. And now this, apparently, that's the finish line flag. 213 feet, whatever that shows. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here as I get closer. What I'm concerned with is this needs to be as accurate as possible, showing me exactly where my starting point is. So let's say I buried something, or there's a geocache or something like that. I have to be very detailed here, very accurate. So this is showing 70 feet, 54 feet. Yeah, that's fairly accurate. 1/10 of a mile. Now let's see. Oh, I'm at my car. Course complete. It's not a course. Arriving at destination. Okay. Now let's get these ones. I like that, arriving at destination. Arrow up. Arriving at destination. Arrow up. So those two I can stop and save. Stop and save on the Enduro 3. Saving. Now look at, there's those stats, those stats, those stats. There's those stats. Done. 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 All right.